Welcome to Thoughts Can Change Your Life with me, Reverend Wolak. We're here each and every day to take a deeper dive, to just dive into life. Today, I want to talk about what's real love. Here's the simplest definition that I've ever come up with. Real love gives us the freedom to be ourselves. Really dissect that simple statement. Real love gives us the freedom to accept ourselves. And why is it ourselves? Because real love starts with us. We can't begin to love anyone else until we love ourselves. So when we talk about being free, what are we free of? Here's a great one. We're free of self-judgment. That's right. We're free of judging ourselves, of putting ourselves down, of making us less than we are. So freedom means that I accept myself, all of me, physically, mentally, emotionally, spiritually, whatever awareness I am. I accept myself based on whatever I've experienced in the past. I do not beat myself up. I realize that everything is an experience of life and that I am here. I am here for one purpose and one purpose only, and that is to experience life. That is the only reason I'm here on this planet, in this body, at this time, to experience life. And I am the only one who can experience life the way that I do. Therefore, I am unique. So I must accept myself. But we get caught up in the idea, because we're living in a community, that we have to live up to other people's expectations. And when we do that, it takes us out of love. Completely takes us out of love. Anytime you go against the phrase that total acceptance is perfect freedom. It's with no conditions. So if you're in a relationship with someone and there are conditions that to be in this relationship, you have to do this for me, do that for me, and it's going against your authentic nature, and that when you do those things that are authentic to you, that you're not accepted. If you're not accepted for who you are, that means you're not loved by that person. And if you change for that person, what that means is that you don't love yourself. Because if you truly loved yourself, you would just be you. You would not try to be anyone else. You would not try to live up to anyone else's expectation. Now, I'm not trying to imply that you don't listen to people, because maybe they see something greater in you than you see. But when you take whatever they're implying or recommending or suggesting, it's not because you're trying to please them, but rather you're doing it to bring out a greater sense of authenticity about who you are. Does that make sense? This love thing, we have been so led astray, and that forever we're working in our lives to come back to being in love. Being in love. Man, do we judge ourselves. There's so much self-judgment. And guess what? Every TV program, every news thing, YouTube, all of that, almost all of them are further domesticating us, reinforcing what love really isn't. Tammy says, what's a good affirmation to deal with fear? There is a wonderful opportunity to begin a new relationship, and I'm scared I may sabotage or make a mistake. I don't want to ruin this. Well, if you're in fear, you're already going to ruin it. Chances are not looking good, because what you're doing is you're doubting yourself, Tammy. You don't believe you're worthy of love. The second you go into fear about being in a relationship, what you're saying to yourself is, I'm not worthy of this relationship. So that's what that tells me right there. What I would highly suggest to you is that you get the book, The Mastery of Love, by Don Miguel Ruiz, and you devour it. And until you fully understand that, because this book is about self-love, until you can love yourself and live without fear and be authentic, you're not going to attract the right person. You're going to attract the same old person that you've been attracting all along. So if you haven't changed and you've sabotaged in the past and made mistakes in the past, but you haven't changed, rest assured you'll do it again, because it's not about the other person. It's always about who you are. No one can hurt you if you love yourself, because if you truly accept yourself, nothing anyone else can say will ever bother you. Tammy, that's why in the book I wrote that I came out, two and a half weeks ago now, The Power in You can get it on Amazon. The first chapter is knowing what love is. It's the longest chapter in the book, because I truly believe that until you have a clear definition of what love is, how do you even begin to live? That's really a critical thing. Most people have no idea. Most people think romance, they think this, they think that. No. The book will explain it in a lot of detail, so I'm just not going to go there right now. I want to entice you into getting the book. It's got a lot of value in it. Not only is that chapter good, but all the other 15 chapters are incredible. They're all about self-power. They're all about claiming your power back. That's the whole book, claiming your power back. And when you are empowered, then you can attract a partner who's empowered. And now you can be partners on the journey of life and not be dependent on the other person, but rather share the journey. And that's what it's about. It's not about a person making you whole and complete. We hear that all, oh, that's my better half. Oh, that person makes me whole. Poppycosh. I'm in my 50th year of marriage. My wife does not make me whole. I make me whole. My wife is the person I chose to be on the journey with. Now, Tammy, I don't want you to think, or all of you out there, I don't want you to think I was like this at the beginning of our relationship. Not. I was a typical male. Why does a typical male get married? Very simple. Lust. Lust and attraction. So, Ian, you finished reading the book? Go to Amazon and write a 5-star review. That's what I ask of you, Ian. I'm here every day for you. Do me a favor. Write a 5-star review on Amazon for me. Anyone else who's read the book and liked the book, write a 5-star review on Amazon. But again, like Neil says, don't read it fast. At most, read a chapter a day, and a chapter is 5, 6, 7 pages max, because you want it to sink in. Think about freedom. Freedom is the one value that everyone has as number one. But some of us repress it longer than others. Some of us will let ourselves be imprisoned for a while until something happens that causes us to say, no more. Because there's something within us. It's in our spiritual, mental, emotional, and physical DNA to be free. And to be free means to be ourselves, to be our unique and perfect self. So think about your relationships today. Think about, do you have the freedom to be yourself? If not, ask the question, why have I allowed that? Why have I not claimed that? What can I do to change the way I communicate so I become free, so I can be myself? I promise you, these will be some great questions. These will be some deep insights, and the results of it can change your life for a way that you cannot even imagine yet. So with that, that's my message for today. If you're out there, we have Agape Gatherings today. You wonder what Agape Gathering is? It's a gathering of like-minded people where we come together to share. We share and we talk in that. And we've got it at, this is all Central Time. You got to do your own conversion. 1:30 this afternoon for an hour, and then 6:30 this evening for an hour. So know that We're here for you in so many different ways. Until then, make this a magnificent day and give yourself the freedom to be you. I want you to know I accept you as you are. Have a great day. Aloha.